Christian under scrutiny, Quincy being mocked and scorned, the girls now being implicated into home in the essay with their father by a girl who worked the white parties. Like, this is a lot. And they didn't choose it.
Those in London that don't know what happens to the white man when he comes to a P. Diddy party. This is what happens to the white man.
It's so unfortunate.
You gotta pull back though, so they can see. That's crazy. Matt, move out the way. You're still alive. Look at that. Look. Would you?
There's a drink on his head.
And that's James from Simeon Mobile Disco. He is a actual DJs. I'm supposed to pass out, but when they come to one of my parties, this is what happens to them.
50 Cent has officially stepped back into his villain era, and this time, Diddy's twin daughters, Jessie and Dila, are caught right in the blast zone. Things exploded after the twins publicly went after him over the new Netflix documentary All Gloves Were Off. At first, people tried to keep them out of the chaos. That grace period didn't last long. After their latest move, all bets were off, especially with 50 Cent involved. And if you know 50, you already know he doesn't debate. He demolishes. With zero mercy, zero filter, and absolutely no concern for hurt feelings. He went straight for the jugular. But somehow, that wasn't even the most shocking part. Leaked photos from the twin Sweet 16 party have now started circulating online, and the internet is calling it one of the most unsettling celebrity leaks in recent memory. The vibes are messy, the optics are questionable, and the reactions have been ruthless. Online critics are already drawing uncomfortable comparisons between the twins and their older brothers, Justin and Christian, and not in a flattering way to so how did all this chaos even start? A few days ago, the twins decided to jump into the conversation surrounding 50 Cent's Diddy documentary. Sure, some people argue that 50's motives might be petty because, let's be real, that's kind of his brand. But that doesn't erase the fact that the documentary highlights serious allegations and uncomfortable truths from Diddy's past. Still, many fans are acting like the project exists solely to attack him instead of acknowledging it as a deep dive into a very controversial history. The denial is wild.
Don't let the haters bring you down. Just keep going. Keep chasing your passions and dreams no matter what. Do not let negative people get between you and your goals and dreams.
They branded 50 Cent as a bitter hater, applauded Diddy for staying unbothered, and somehow turned the whole situation into a feel-good motivational speech. The way they framed it, you'd think Diddy was some innocent angel being bullied for no reason. But the reality? It's literally the complete opposite. The message boiled down to this: don't let the haters get to you. Keep pushing. Keep chasing your passions and dreams. Don't let negativity come between you and your goals. Nice words, but the internet was not moved. The moment the twins spoke up, people wasted no time dragging them straight into the comment section. No mercy. No grace. No filter. One commenter said, "They are grown enough to be criticized. If I saw a video of my father harming a woman, I would never publicly defend or claim him again." Another went even further, saying they could never stand beside a man accused of abusing their mother and living a double life with other women, calling his behavior unforgivable and comparing his legacy to some of the most infamous men in history. Others pointed out that the twins clearly didn't learn anything from their brother Christian's mistakes. Because if they had seen how ruthlessly 50 Cent dragged him the last time he stepped out of line, they would have stayed far away from interviews and microphones. And let's be real, Christian is still dealing with serious legal issues of his own. His name surfaced in a lawsuit involving a music producer known as Lil Rod, who alleged he witnessed inappropriate and criminal behavior involving both Christian and Justin. And that wasn't the end of it. Another lawsuit was filed by a woman named Grace Omari, who accused Christian of misconduct during a yacht trip connected to Diddy in late 2022. According to court documents, she claimed he crossed boundaries, ignored her attempts to pull away, and behaved aggressively despite her clear discomfort. The filing even references alleged audio recordings that critics say paint a disturbing picture of what happened that night. So instead of laying low and focusing on his legal troubles, Christian chose to poke the bear, also known as 50 Cent. Christian then dropped a diss track called Pick a Side, trying to flex wealth, raids, plaques, and street credibility. But fans immediately caught something odd. In one bar, he seemed to suggest that authorities raided the wrong property, hinting that anything tied to Diddy wasn't even in the house that was searched, but somewhere next door. Whether he meant to or not, People felt like he accidentally told on himself while trying to sound tough that he even referenced 50 Cent's classics Many Men and Get Rich or Die Trying, which surprisingly only pushed 50 to go even harder. And 50, oh, he had a field day. He mocked Christian relentlessly on Instagram, sarcastically acting like he felt threatened by the music. He posted screenshots, lyrics, shady captions, and slick comments, all while throwing in references to Christian's ongoing legal issues. The whole thing felt like a public humiliation tour broadcast of millions. One post even joked about why Christian would be talking reckless while under federal scrutiny, ending with, "Is you stupid or dumb?" You'd think that level of public dragging would have made Christian fall back, but nope. After 50 released a Diddy documentary, Christian doubled down, tweeting that he'd slap 50 if they ever crossed paths. 50 clapped back without breaking a sweat, flexing his multiple business empires, reminding everyone he's been rich in 3 different industries, and calling Christian a legacy kid still living off family fame and Wi-Fi. Now let's be honest, nobody should have been surprised that the twins defended Diddy. Their loyalty didn't start today. When he was arrested on RICO-related charges in 2024, the entire family, including the twins, released a public statement supporting him. They showed up to court. They sat through disturbing evidence. They even wrote letters to the judge asking for leniency. The signs were always there, people just didn't want to see them. And then there are the rumors. Whispers that their Sweet 16 party was less sweet and more wild celebrity chaos. Old photos resurfaced, outfits raised eyebrows, and online speculation spiraled quickly, especially given how young they were at the time. Once that resurfaced, the internet had a lot to say. One commenter wrote, "When people warn you about the children of powerful, corrupt men, they get called haters, but look at this now." Another said the twins seem conditioned to defend behavior that should never be excused, no matter who it comes from. So now the question is yours. What do you think about Diddy's daughters defending him this hard? Did 50 Cent take it too fair? Did they step into grown folk drama and get grown folk consequences?
Don't let the hate get to you. Oh, it doesn't. Yeah, I was just gonna trust. I'm so numb. Cause people always have something to say. Yeah, people always when have they don't to say know shit about nothing. Right. So I'm when I see a hate, I literally laugh out loud because it's at the end of the day, you're miserable. Know me. You don't know me.
Now remember, I told y'all, I think that Diddy's twins are victims of SRA. Go check out the old video if you don't know what that means. Please Google it. It's a type of mind experiment that people do when they're involved with certain secret groups. They do that to people to control them mentally.
50 Cent just shook the internet after leaking private videos that allegedly showed Diddy paying off government officials to cover up his mess, officially cementing himself as Diddy's biggest nemesis. And honestly, the chaos is entertaining. While Diddy has been pushing a carefully crafted, unbothered king image, even sharing prison photos to suggest he's handling everything like a boss, these latest leaks tell a very different story. Behind the scenes, things appear far from calm. 50 has been teasing a Diddy documentary since 2023, dropping just enough hints to keep people hooked. But what he didn't reveal until now is that he allegedly paid a large sum to obtain private videos Diddy recorded just 6 days before his arrest. With that footage now circulating, the polished narrative Diddy's been trying to sell is starting to crack fast.
You used to invite me to your parties. You did? Yeah. You did. I remember I got an invite from you once. This is true. You used to have these crazy parties, and one invite was it self-destructed. After it was you talking, and so you gave the information of where the party was, and then it said this message was self-destructed.
I'm very high concept.
Yes, you heard that right, just 6 days before everything went down. And the footage is wild. Who even records themselves in the middle of a legal meltdown? Only Diddy. Apparently. He documents everything, from his most reckless nights to his most vulnerable moments of unraveling. In these clips, he's snapping at his lawyers, visibly frustrated, spiraling over the case. It's raw, chaotic, and weirdly hard to look away. Because while he's been presenting this untouchable image to the public, the reality exposed in these videos is messy, dramatic, and unmistakably Diddy.
Hey, Atlanta, I'm bringing something special. Hey, yo, Toronto, Cash, what up? So, we going to Toronto, and we just going to have fun.
Now here's a real question. Why was Diddy recording all of this in the first place? Was he planning to flip it into a payday later on, maybe sell the footage to a streaming service and cash out on his own terms? Honestly, that's peak Diddy energy, always thinking 10 steps ahead. But this time, 50 Cent swooped in, outplayed him, and turned those recordings into a weapon, and now is using them to tear that image apart. Meanwhile, Diddy was spotted out in Harlem, hugging fans, flashing smiles, moving like everything was perfectly finny as if he wasn't facing serious RICO charges. The audacity! Publicly, he was living his best life, but behind the scenes, everything was unraveling. And now, thanks to 50, that carefully curated image can't cover up the mess in them all.
Continuously called Puff gay.
Something to me one time, a long time ago, at Chris Lighty's wedding. He told me to take me shopping. I looked at him like, what you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You gonna make me mess up the wedding.
Oh, that's a nice gesture.
Let me get out of no, dude, you take me, that's what a guy says to a girl.
Now let's talk about Diddy suddenly asking for hand sanitizer like he's newly worried about hygiene. Please. This is the same man tied to those infamous freak-off allegations, where boundaries were non-existent and shame clearly wasn't invited. And the receipts? Cassie previously alleged that Diddy made disturbing requests involving sexual situations, details that shocked the public when they surfaced. So watching him now act brand new has people rolling their eyes, switching gears to 50 Cent because, of course, people drag him for the documentary, saying it wasn't about the victims but about his long-standing vendetta against Diddy. And honestly, that skepticism isn't random. These two have history. Remember the infamous shopping spree story? Diddy allegedly tried to lure 50 with an all-expenses-paid shopping trip, which many believe was an early power play. 50 shut that down immediately. Fast forward to now, and 50 is using Diddy's own footage to flip the script and remind everyone who really has leverage. But here's where things reportedly got personal. During Diddy's trial, allegations surfaced that he had been involved with 50's child's mother, Daphne. And it didn't stop there. Claims emerged that Daphne allegedly participated in Diddy's freak-off lifestyle and was reportedly being paid $10,000 a month. Yes, $10,000. According to reports, a leaked recording even captured Diddy angrily confronting her, threatening to cut off the money if she didn't comply. That moment alone had the internet stunned. And for many, this...
Hey, I really don't know what's going on with you, but I just want to just give you a heads up that I'm about to really disappear on you. You feel me? I'm not going to be playing these games with you at all, at all. So I don't know, you think you silent treating me, and you think I'm going to be, nah. You'll have a rude awakening. You'll just have silence. And ain't nobody threatening you, and I ain't trying to go back and forth with no woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I ain't got no time for no games. Where my life is at right now, I don't have no time for no games, baby girl. Me and you could be mad, I could have a spat, we could have whatever. Then after that, you better get on your job. That's really, that's all it is. Cause you got me on my job. Nah, it ain't never gonna work like that over here. You know what I'm saying? I was trying not to leave this message, but you have left me no choice. So either you go in the direction of like moving on and shit like that, or you like just like have me just keep moving. Ain't no threat, I'm just being clear. I can't do this shit with you every time you get upset.
She dropped the real tea, saying the reason 50 Cent has so much venom for Diddy comes down to what happened with Daphne. According to her, this was never just business or a long-running rivalry, it was personal. Deeply